Hello everyone and welcome to the Ironware Cosplay live stream with me, your host, is your boy, Iron Warrior Cosplay. How are we all doing? Also, massive thank you to Greg, Mr. Bond. Thank you so much. I'm going to give that a like and a little heart. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That really, really means a lot. Right, so, wait, hello, how are we all doing? Right, let's just start off with, we have Mr. Titan, how you doing? Greg Cabe Bond, what a legend. Mr. Bond, thank you so much for the 369, I really appreciate 369. And the Pengler who emerges from the warp, hello. Bring Greg's sausage rolls and KFC gravy. Oh my god, Greg's sausage rolls and KFC gravy sounds delicious. It sounds incredible. How are we all doing? I hope we're doing well. That was out of the blue, Mr. Bond. Mr. Bond, that was out of the blue. Thank you so much. When Tren, maybe. That's all I can tell you. Maybe. Right now, though, you can probably see there's a little summon here. It's a little summon. Don't panic. Don't panic. Calm down. Sit down. Calm down. It's a little donor goal. It's a little donor goal. And I don't know what that noise is. There's like a fun little bring noise that happens, and I don't know what it is. And I couldn't tell you what's happening. It's a nice, fun little noise. I like it. Asking the important questions. You really are. You are asking the important questions. Is it kittens? No, the kittens are so cute. I will show more of it. Do you know it's going to become a thing now? By the way, I'm going to show more of the kittens. It will become a thing. Here you go, Mr. Titan. Tonk. I have, like I said, I have a little tipping goal thing. It's a little dono goal that I've set up for a second SLR, essentially. My Sony one is amazing, and this one works great. But this is what I'm currently working with in terms of my second camera. And it's not great. It's my believe it or not, I love it because I have some memories attached to this little guy. I have memories attached to this little guy because this was like my first 1080p. So this one's the HD 1080p Logic C27 or C270 or something like that. It was the first like 1080p camera I ever got, and I really liked it. It was fun. It was great. I have no. Oh, is the chat? The chat is working. It's okay. The chat is working, but for some reason it wasn't working at the start of stream. It's missed a bunch of stuff, but that's fine. It's working now. C920. That's it. Not 720. Sorry. They are workhorses, and this one was my workhorse for the longest time, and it was cable tied to a wooden post, and it worked brilliantly, and I saved up all the little pennies from Twitch and all the little the bits that you guys gave me and all the like the 2 or 3 subs that I had, and I saved up all my little pennies and I bought this little guy, and he's amazing, but I'm looking to up the quality a bit more and get another one of these Sony cameras so I can mount it here or just have it around, you know, to have different angles and stuff like that. And I just thought that'd be really nice. I just thought that'd be really nice. Now, just checking super quickly. Thank you so much, Gabe, for the super chat. Now, super chats allow you to do like cool stuff like that. I also have a tipping goal, which also allows you to add like a GIF and things like that. The link for that, by the way, is in the description. But someone may have set something up, and I don't know whether it'll work. If it doesn't work, I'm going to be so annoyed. Of course it doesn't work. Never mind. It is what it is. Oh, never mind. Nightbot is here. Holy crap. It's Nightbot. Nightbot works. So, right. I'm going to be completely blunt with you guys for a minute, okay? The entirety of me setting up this stream, 10% was setting the camera, the lights, and everything up like that, right? The other 90% was me getting Nightbot to listen to fucking YouTube and try and get it to just, like, behave. And it was like, only works when you're live. And I'm like, cool. So I did a fake live stream and I tried it and it didn't work. And I was like, okay. And it said, so it might be because I'm not public live. So I did public live. And would you look at that? Now, I hope the link works. The link does, but it's the wrong link. Oh, give me a minute. Keyboard, come here. Please do not do anything with that link. It is wrong. It is wrong. It's not right. It is wrong. It is now correct. I have also just changed tip to everyone. Also, let me just check this. See if that works. These actually might work now, by the way, guys. No. No, that one doesn't work. Only, like, random ones work. Like, not... Oh, are you serious? What the hell is that? What's UCTFR? What? Okay. Okay, they work, but they don't work. If you know what I mean. So, like, clearly, it's not working. Show advanced settings. I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to get it to show someone's username when they lurk. But never mind. It's fine. Let's just leave all that. No one use commands, please, for the love of God. The only command tonight is ! Tip, which I might change. I don't like tip. I don't like the word tip. Tip is kind of like... It says tip/donations are not necessary, but very much appreciated. God also created the stream. They do, but the new link works now. Yes, the new link works now. It takes you to my really new sexy donor goal. So I have like a donor goal thing set up. Again, please, for the love of God, don't think you have to. It's just there, and I wanted to explain it. It's just so I can get another SLR into the workshop so that I can get better views. This is not bad, but it's not the best. It's kind of blurry-ish. It's okay here. It's kind of it's not great with different lighting. It flashes like crazy. It'll get better. It'll get better. We'll see how it goes. But for now, we're here and we're working and it's great. So anyway, not even on YouTube, I would say from Nightbot. Don't get me wrong, I went with Nightbot because it literally just said, like, the best one to have for YouTube is Nightbot, because Nightbot and YouTube are literally that. So I said, fine. So Nightbot is what I'm using. I wanted to use... What was the one I used on Twitch? It wasn't Nightbot. I didn't want to use Nightbot for Twitch. It was something else. And I wanted to use that, and I forgot what it was. I tried ages ago, forever and ever ago, to try to get it to work. It just didn't, and it sucked, because I really liked that bot as well, and it was really awesome. I forgot what it was called. But either way. Anyway, we are here. Hello, everyone. Hope we're all doing well. I hope you're all having an amazing Thursday. I'm having an okay Wednesday. But now we're having an even better Wednesday because I get to hang out with you guys. It's going to be a nice long stream. Not super long, but it's going to be a nice long. So, as per title of the stream, Iron Warrior builds Build Along Krieg Shoulders. Now, this is where more plugging comes in. It is Thursday. I did say Thursday, right? Please tell me I didn't say... I did say Thursday. Right? I'll have to go back and watch my own stream and see if I said Thursday. But yeah, it's a wonderful Thursday. Check the tapes, Wednesday. Oh, did I say Wednesday? My bad. It is not Wednesday, my dudes. Frederick 6, how you doing? Wednesday, sorry, Thursday. Hope you're having a wonderful Thursday. It is Friday tomorrow, end of the week. Can't wait. But like I said, it is Iron Warrior Cosplay Build Along. We're going to be doing some awesome stuff here, and I'm very, very excited. So, what we're going to do, I'm going to move my mouse to, well, move my mouse up there. I might need it momentarily. We'll see. Hopefully I won't need it for a while. So, fingers crossed everything works with just the Stream Deck. Focus on the live stream. Yeah, I've already done that. Oh my god, I've already done that. Go away. Right, okay. Right. Okay. I've had to move so much stuff around, it's insane. Thank you all for being here, by the way. I really appreciate it. So we are going to start off with like a little intro, and that is if you're a cosplayer and you want to cosplay a Deathcore of Krieg, I recommend doing a few things, and all of it is to do with I'm Warrior Cosplay. Why wouldn't it? Number one is go watch my Krieg 101 video. That's the first thing I recommend. Krieg 101 basically gives you all the knowledge you need to know of like where to get certain things, how to do certain things. It's not, I've never said it's like a definitive thing. It's not like the only way you can do a Krieg, but people come to me all the time and ask, where'd you get this? How'd you do that? Why'd you do this? Where'd you get that? So I made a definitive like 101 video for Iron Warrior Cosplay's version of a Deathcore of Krieg. And there it is. It is there. And it is there for everybody to see, including a shit ton of links in the description of where I got certain things, certain items, and this, that, and the other. Half of them are probably out of date and don't work right now, but I'm not going to go through them every week or so to replace them because it's difficult. But you can surely you can like search some of the things I mentioned, take screenshots of everything, and you can reverse image search it through Google. It's all good. Just so you know, I've got D&D character who I imagine his voice sounds like. Oh, that's so nice. I'd love to see that. That'd be really nice. I'd really like to see that. I'd like to see a character, your D&D character that reminds you with a voice like mine. That's quite nice. But yeah, what I was saying. So yeah, Krieg 101. Go watch that. Once you've watched that, go to Etsy, buy my patterns. I have a gas mask pattern for a Deathcore of Krieg cosplay that use Soviet-era GP5 gas mask parts inside. So it's super easy. And that means the connectors and everything work for it. And they're metal and not 3D printed. I'm not a 3D printing kind of guy. Then you can go and make yourself a set of shoulders, which is what we're doing tonight. And after you've done that, you can make yourself a chest box, because you've got a gas mask chest box and shoulders. You can do that. Then, why not? Why not? Make yourself a las gun. Because by then you'll be addicted to prop building and cosplay building. But we are here to do one thing and one thing only tonight, and that is Deathcore of Krieg shoulders. So without further ado, we are going to go to here. And here we are at the build table, not the painting table this time, it's the build table. And here you can see I have some parts and everything cut out. Now, in my pattern, you will basically get one of everything. So the pattern will tell you, here's this shape, cut 2 of these. So there's 2 of those. Here's 1 of these, cut 2 of these. You'll get 2 of those. And then it'll have 2 pieces of paper for this shape, because this won't fit on a sheet of A4. And you'll put them together to get this exact line, this like V here. Then you'll cut these out with scissors, and you'll get a pen, and you'll draw these lines, and then you will do the following. Now, it is time to build along. Now, if you are building along, I did put it out there, like, hey, come and build along with Iron Warrior Cosplay. I don't think anybody's building along, but it was there as an invite in case anyone wanted to. These are, of course, laser cut out because I have a laser. I make the files originally for my laser. And what I tend to do is I'll go, I want this prop or this piece of armor, design it, test it, template it, make the laser file for it, cut it out, rescale it, change the file, modify it. There's a lot of work that goes into it. And then finally, I'll take those laser files. I save them as like, I think I save them as like a DXF. Then I put them through different pieces of software. For example, I haven't done it for a while. They're all on my PC in the house. I've forgotten which programs I use. Good God, I thought I would know. But I'm using 2 pieces of software. One to just get the pattern off the DXF. The other one then to make it all fancy and add background stuff like that. And once that's done, I will actually print that out come down to the workshop and stick it all together and measure it and check it against my laser cut versions. And if it's all perfect, then I put it out. There is a lot of work that goes into making these patterns. And I really want people to know that it's not as simple as just done. It's a lot of work in progress and lots of stuff like that. Then finally you get the finished product, and then I can make the PDF for you guys to buy and build your very own with a full-length tutorial. There's also a tutorial I film as well, which take so long to edit and actually make, but you know. This is Casual Props, by the way. Oh, Casual Props! How you doing? Oh my god. How you doing? I haven't seen you in ages. I really have. Like, holy crap. Casual Props. Casual Props. Holy shit. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. I'll message you after this, by the way. Actually, no. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. You're going to MCM in October. We have to meet up. We have to meet up. Hold on. Let me just... We have to meet up. Please. Steph and I will be there. Oh, my God. Please, please let us... We need to meet up. Do me a favor. Can you message me? Can you message me on Facebook? Just so I'll remember. Then after stream, I'll reply to you. Because I want to send you something too. There's an invite I need to send you. So, yeah. Holy crap. How you doing? I'm so happy. Holy crap. You seem to be crushing it. I'm trying my best. I'm trying my best, you know? Is what it is. I'm so happy you're here. Holy crap. This is so nice. I love this. There's so many of you here. I really, really appreciate it. So anyway, once you've done all that, then, you know, you can make files. Now, I keep getting told, laser cutting is cheating. And like, it's not cheating. It's not cheating. Stop it. It takes so much time to get everything fucking properly done, and then I can finally laser cut it out. That would be like telling people that, like, designing your own 3D file for like a helmet or something, taking all that time to design everything and then 3D print it, and then just say, oh, that's cheating. That's not real cosplay because you 3D printed it. It's like, yeah, but I designed it. It's like, go fuck yourself. But anyway, yeah, Mr. YouTuber person. It's so much fun. Oh, do you know what I haven't done? My fault. Hold on. 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Let me go to... Yeah, it's here. Cool. No worries. My apologies for this. I know it's... I really hope you guys don't think it's super cringe. But I have got a little donor goal thing I'm running tonight. I don't want to... Well, I'll be running for the whole of August. So yeah, sorry. I feel really bad. God, I feel bad. Yeah, anyway. And then I'll put it here as well. Because there might be a time where I do just table cam. But yeah, there you go. That can go there for now. I don't have my keyboard to click control, so... Right, anyway. Here we are. Get this out of the way. Right. So, files and things like that can be found on my Etsy. They are PDF files. So they're PDFs and they are printable anywhere. The reason I say that is I've had people in the US be like, hey, I'm printing out your files, but A4 paper in the US and A4 paper in the UK are 2 different sizes. If you just go, like, because it's a PDF, you just open it in Adobe Acrobat or whatever. Just double click and open it, and then just print as is. Just don't change the scaling. It might look like, even on UK sheets of paper, there's like a border. There's like a white border all the way around it. Yours might be small and it might look really small, but believe you me, the little 10mm marks on it, if you measure those and they're actually 10mm, you've printed out of the correct scale. If you measure those and they're 15, you're out of scale. If you measure them and they're under 10, you're definitely out of scale. So just double click, open it, have a look at the file, and then just print on your normal paper. I believe US paper is just bigger, so it will look a bit smaller. It'll just, you know, but not massive amount, but it'll look a bit smaller when you print it. But as long as you get a ruler, measure those little black and white squares I've put on the sheet of paper, and it'll measure them at 10mm. So as long as they're 10mm by 10mm, you're fine. So where shall I send it? Where shall you send... Send what? I'm so scared. Oh, the D&D character. Discord. Send it on Discord. Yeah, put it on Discord. Put it in Put it on general in the Discord, or just send it to me via DM on Discord. I don't mind. It's up to you. I'm more than happy. You are the Pengler. You are welcome to send me a DM. So the first thing we do here with these is, as you can see, there are these triangles. These triangles here are what make this bend into that armor shape for the Deathcore of Krieg shoulder. Another thing before I start as well is I've been asked about the height of these. I did increase the height. When you look at a Deathcore of Krieg shoulder pad on the Mini, they're about there. So they're that much smaller. So there's a line there, line there. They're about that much. They're about that much smaller. They're quite short ones, and I didn't like the look of those, so I lengthened mine. There was a good reason and a bad reason. The good reason is I wanted just more shoulder pad. I wanted it to stick out a bit more. But if I did make it smaller, if I lift my arm, it won't. I don't think it would have torn off the Velcro as much. Like I make slight Velcro sounds when I move my arms. Because it's Velcroed on. That's how I do them. I haven't had any problems yet, but they Velcro on. But I wanted them slightly longer, so I did them slightly longer, and here they are. So the first thing you need to do is get your trusty scalpel or your craft knife or whatever and cut these out. And I do these in like 2 cuts because I want to make sure that they're done nice and neat. Do you know it's been so long since I actually put these together? I tell you what, I have put one of these together for Baba Kaiju cosplay. It was the last commission I ever did since this whole Games Workshop malarkey. Yeah, since this whole Games Workshop nonsense. Not a fan of Games Workshop right now. But we won't get into that, otherwise I'll have to change camera and go into rant mode. So yeah, cut these out. I'm cutting these out at the moment. The reason, by the way, people have asked me before, like, you know, why specifically these sizes, is because of all the design work I've had to do, and all the working out I've had to do, and figuring out what the ideal size, like, and where they need to go to get that shape. So yeah, but I'm building 2 shoulders. These are for my Deathcore Medic. So for those of you wondering why I'm building a brand new set, it's because my Deathcore of Krieg is becoming a medic. A medic version, anyway. Yeah, he's going to be a medic. I'm very, very excited. It's going to be a doctor. Going to be a doctor. I'm very excited. So, right. Bother. Just mess that cut up a little bit. This scalpel is incredibly sharp. It was easy to mess that up. I think you just sent those messages on Discord, I believe. Because my phone just buzzed like crazy. Right, okay. Let's clean that up a little bit. Bear with me. There we go. Nice. So, with that, put your knife away. That is basically it done. Oh, look at that. Look at that. So perfect. We shall move on now to the next bit, which is this is done. Now, this needs to be bent. Now, if you have a look at this, that is straight. That is a flat piece of foam. This will not bend very well. So there it is bent, and then it pops back. See? And then it relaxes and goes flat. With this, I like to roll these. I've always done this. I enjoy doing these because you roll them up like little sushi rolls. And then I like to roll these down a little bit. I don't roll them as much, but I do like to roll them a little bit. right? So now that gives me that, okay, like a claw kind of thing, right? Then I like to fold these sides in. That. And then it already wants to stand by itself. So these now need to get heat treated and bent and heat treated and bent and everything. So that's what we're going to do now. To get a little heat on these. This will also help close the cells and the foam and everything like that. It'll help just do a little bit of repair and all the bending and stuff. But once I start heating these up, see how it's already like in that kind of shape? I'm just warming it up now, and when I start warming this up, it will bend a little bit easier. I'm warming up the inside here as well. Now, I am in a well-ventilated workshop, but I try not to do this for too long, because if I do it for too long, it just, you know, the smell gets a bit, because it is foam in the end. Now, this foam is very warm, very pliable. That's what I'm doing now, is just rolling these. Rolling these, just to get the foam to behave a little bit better. Get the foam to understand what I want it to do. I'm kind of happy with that, but I have got a small tear there, which is annoying, but it's fine. I can hide the crimes when I paint them, and when I glue them together, I can use good old Thompson's 10-year roof sealer, which I may have a little surprise for you guys at the very end of this video. At the end of this live stream, I may have. I don't know. Now, forever ago, I used to opt for contact cement on all of these, but because these here need so much tension, right? It's like a really weird cooking show. Next, you need to flambe. Just... Okay, just fry this. It's like when you cook a gammon and you cut the... cut fat on it. I opt for super glue for these two V's and contact cement for the middle one. So, over here, I have some super glue. Now, super glue, I like to use super glue because the amount of tension on this piece when it goes together is quite a bit, even after you've like gently like persuaded. Let me just get rid of the excess. This is why we wear an apron, ladies and gentlemen. Get rid of the excess. And then I like to try and line these up as best I can. You have to be fairly quickish with super glue. There you go. So now then I need to just get rid of the excess with my thumb. I can already feel the foam warming up. When I say the foam warms up, by the way, super glue, some super glues, can react to foam differently. One way super glue can react to foam is it will fizz up. It will like have a reaction, and what will happen is these little crystals will form. And I don't know why. They're super easy to sand away, but I don't know why, and it does bother me a little bit when it does it. It's done it on the back here a little bit. It's hard to show, but there's like little crystals. See that little white line there? Little white crystals there. They're quite hard and bumpy. You can get rid of them. They are easily sandable, but couldn't tell you for why they appear. I think it's just the foam reacts. It is what it is, I guess. So, as you can see, I've got a little bit of rundown here. But it doesn't matter, because it's on the inside, and we're going to put foam and stuff inside there later anyway. I haven't cut those foam strips yet, by the way. Those foam strips are going to just go in afterwards. At the moment, I'm just building the main shoulder and stuff like that. There we go. So, that is that side. Next up is this side. So, same jobby again. Get the super glue right in there. This time, keeping an eye so that I don't just spill it down the back, because that was a very silly thing I did. There we go. It's actually down the front I'd rather not. Don't mind spilling it so much down the back. The front I need to keep an eye on. Right, so now, fold these together. Get rid of the excess. fold these together. Let's get rid of the excess. There's may have used a little bit too much super glue there. Shit you not. It happens, don't worry. There we go. I like getting very smooth seams, so I do apologize. I'm doing it quite close to myself. I mean, you can still see it. You can still see it on camera, but I like to glue these together so that there's almost next to no sanding required when I do it. They got a little bit of rundown in the back, but again, doesn't matter. It's an inward-facing seam. These are super smooth now. There's no lumps or bumps there or anything. So sanding those is going to be like a 2-second job. When roof sealer goes over that, it's going to be fine. So, this is what we got so far. As you can see, it's standing nice and proud by itself. The next job now is the difficult one, which is pulling these two together using contact cement, right? That's how you do it. You stand it up and pull it together. Now, sometimes I will do it up against me like this, but you can't see. So I'm going to try and do it here in the hopes that it goes really well. We'll see. But anyway, for now, it's time to get my brand new tin of contact cement out. I opened it August 1st, 2025. The reason I do that, by the way, people ask me, why do you write the date on those? I write the date on my tins and everything, so I know when I open them and I know how long they last me. It's a bit weird, I know, but it's just what I do. It's just what I do. Let me just get this open. I'm not using the correct tool, by the way. My other tool is over there, and I just could not be asked to get it. But now I have to. Bear with me 2 seconds to go get my screwdriver. This screwdriver has opened up more tins of contact cement and roof sealer than anything in this entire workshop. Nice. So, contact cement stinks, by the way. Again, don't panic. Well-ventilated workshop. So I'm just going to get some of this on my stick here. Forbidden tea. Right, I call it the forbidden fudge because it just looks like forbidden caramel or fudge. Right, so let's just get this right down into the crevasse. Get it right down into the crevasse on both sides. Remember, you only need a little bit. This contact cement is very good. cosplayshop.be. They were very nice to me. And they sent me a care bag, a care box even, care package. Care bag? Why did I say bag? It is super easy to get off foam. If you accidentally get some on the front there, you can just rub it off. Not a problem. Wow, it's already getting incredibly tacky, and that's exactly what you want. So, yep. So with this now, you just push together slowly, trying to line the seams up as beautifully as possible so that you don't have to worry about sanding everything away. Pushing them together. At this point, I am going to turn on my hot glue gun. Good old gluey. So, with that being said, everything pushed together. Right down the very bottom here, I do add a tiny, tiny dot of super glue, because I've always found that right there, it likes to come apart sometimes. Not all the time, just sometimes. I might even add a tiny dot up here, even though... Actually, no. What am I doing? Don't need to. I'm cutting that part off in a moment. So, that being done, contact cement off this, because I'm going to use it again momentarily. I know you're probably thinking he's reusing my pop sticks. Well, I'm only reusing it for this next one, so let's just get that. There we go. What are you doing here? There we go. Let's move these guys out of the way. What are you doing here? What is this dude? Who is this dude? Oh, my phone is going. Bear with me, guys. I actually have a phone call I need to answer, so if you bear with me just a moment, I have to go. Be right back. Hello, we are back. Sorry about that. My wonderful father called me. They're currently on holiday, and he gave me a call to see how things were doing, and he forgot that it was Thursday night, which is stream night, so that's not a problem. But yes, so that is what we've got. It's all set now. Glue's done. Hot glue gun is running. But before anything else happens, this is the part of the build that I always worry about. Now, normally I do this with my craft knife, but my big craft knife with the big blade and stuff in it, it's not that it's not sharp. It's just, I'm going to try it with my scalpel, because normally I don't. Normally I use my big blade, but the way I used to do it was hold this as vertically as possible and then slice it with my craft knife. What I've learned to do is to push it down, and then what I do is I draw like a rough line, and sometimes it doesn't always go right, but it's not a problem if it doesn't. I'm happy with that line, so what I'll do is I'll follow that line one more time, and then I'll just keep doing that slightly deeper and deeper each time, in the hopes that when I get to the end, this nice piece comes off beautifully. Ah, so beautiful, so happy. I can go now. So, now you're probably wondering, by the way, in the pattern, why don't you just do it at that size? And that's because you'll have these two that'll be too short on the inside. So I prefer doing it like this. It's just how I've always done it. Now, I'm really happy with that. There it is. That is what a Krieg shoulder pad looks like while you're building it. Hey, Flash, how you doing? Don't apologize for being late. I'm just building stuff. So that goes in there. Now, I'm really happy with how that looks. It's also standing up by itself and everything. The next job here is to Dremel this until it's flat, because this bit needs to go on it, and it can't go on it while it's like that, because there'll just be this huge hideous gap, see? So I like to Dremel this completely flat, right? So that's what we're going to do. Actually, do you know, I can turn that off for a moment. I'm going to actually just realized I set up everything except for my Dremel. So I'm going to Dremel this in a moment. I'm going to do that. So what we're going to do is build the next one, then we'll Dremel. Build the next one, then we'll Dremel. So this will get folded more and more as we go. But remember as well is this piece here goes into here. And what we tend to do is when that gets glued to here, as I glue this in, I'll pull this in so that it gives it some more support. Then it'll look like that. And I really like the idea of using that as like an internal support. And then I add another strip here and another little strip up here. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold this in. Fold this in like this just to give it some help. And I'm really happy with how it looks. Really happy with that. Like I said, this bit now just needs to get dremeled. And then we can carry on. So next up is the next one. And yes, by the way, I am doing both. Because not only am I doing this on stream to show you guys, I'm also doing this because I'm building them for myself. Looks really fun. I've just done some big Insta changes, and I need changes, and now I need a break. Well, I'm very good, and I hope the big Insta changes are good. I hope they're good. I'm looking forward to seeing what they are. This, actually, believe it or not, I just realized I haven't folded. Jumping the gun with the glue. Jumping the gun with the glue. Fold these in. But yeah, I tell you what, I'm really genuinely, I need to get a clamp for this at some point. I'm really genuinely excited to get these shoulders done in time for MCM London in October. I know it's a big thing. I wasn't really going to say I was going to do it for October, but yeah, I'm doing it for October. And I'm quite excited. I love MCM, and I love MCM October. I love MCM May. I just love MCM in general. Although it's getting pricey now. It's getting a bit dear to go like twice a year, every year. So we'll see what next year is like. We might go May and not October, and then do a different con in October. We'll see, like a cheaper con. So yeah, but we'll have a gander. Although I have applied for a creator pass again. So hopefully, I think it's tomorrow, first or second Friday of every month, they email out saying, "Hey, you've got a creator pass." So fingers crossed, I've got a creator pass this year again. I know it's cheeky asking twice in a row, but I wanted to because you never know. And I had so much fun in my creator pass last year. I say fun. It was fun to a point because obviously you guys know what happened with all the losing my cosplay props and all that drama. No, don't go down the front. Get off. Smooth that off. Move all that off. Having some difficulty with the super glue right now, bear with me. There we go. May have cut one of these slightly odd in the middle, which is such a shame. But it is what it is. You have been where are we? You have been tagged in one of them. I also got my ticket to my hotel ready for October myself. Ready for the bridge. The bridge. Hopefully the bridge can stay a thing because we did have some issues last time with the bridge. I'm going to be at the bridge every time, by the way, from now on, because I tell you what, I'm gutted I missed out on the big group photo. I was kind of heartbroken that I missed it. I felt genuinely like I could have been there, but I was so tired, and like I said, MCM May was a bit difficult for me with everything that had happened, getting into London, getting my pass sorted, just everything in general. It was a bit difficult for me and Steph, of course, but it was just, yeah, it wasn't. So by the time it got to like going to the bridge and stuff, I was just, I mean, like I said, I made it once and then I was just too tired and I had to go back, and Steph was tired, and it was just, it wasn't great. But hopefully October, Steph and I will have better luck. It's the only time I've ever had a bad time at MCM London, and it's a shame. It was my first time as a creator too, which is such a shame. Last time everyone sang me happy birthday, which is a great introduction to most people. I know, don't get me wrong. I absolutely, genuinely fucking gutted I missed it. I really, really do. But hopefully next year, or, well, October now, I'll be able to be there. Is this some sort of Shrek/troll thing? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. If you're with us MCM October, by the way, you're coming to the bridge, by the way, just so you know. You have no choice in the matter, so I don't know why you're trying to kick and scream, but you're coming. Seriously, Frederick, casual props, you're coming. You both are. You're both coming. Ah, so we have a split, which does occasionally happen. Not a problem. So you just reapply some super glue. And this time on the table edge, just squeeze it together. And I use the table edge to push it down and let it dry. My fault. Yeah, we all dress in like Shrek attire and then go be under a bridge. No, genuinely though, we have a lot of fun with it. And yeah, we just go there and have a bit of a party. Why aren't you gluing? Okay, I'll have to just fold it back inwards then. Man alive, what is going on? I have folded you correctly. The cut is fine. That's strange. Bear with me. This does happen. See, and it also shows people that even somebody who's built them 1,000,000 times occasionally has. Oh Jesus, that's so much super glue. Damn. Get rid of that quickly before it sticks. And before you say anything, no, I don't have accelerator. I've run out. I actually need to buy more. So fingers crossed. Can help this along. Warm it up a little bit. Glue, you bastard. I got great memories there. Yeah. Who doesn't love the bridge? The bridge. Oh my god. It just burst apart again. That scene is dry as a bone. I do apologize. There is something weird happening with this section of the build. Slightly embarrassing. Slightly embarrassing. Or as Coach would say, fucking embarrassing. Right, so the glue is cured, dried all around. And then when I open it up, and I fold it back around, it opens up again. I don't know why this is playing up like this. Seriously, it's like it's soaking up all the glue. And, right, hold on. Maybe it could be just the end of this bottle. I've put a teeny weeny tiny amount. I've barely put any. I'm going to fold that back out like that. There we go. I'm going to fold it like that and just hold it. Bionic Entertainment. Hey, yo! I've made it. Bay broke a few speeding laws in London, but no court. Did you really? How are we doing this fine day, my people? Really good, Bionic Entertainment. How are you? I'm just getting this piece of foam to glue because it's having some real issues. I have no accelerator. So I don't know what's playing up with it and why it's being such a pain in my dick. Yeah, it's weird. Like, just the super glue not wanting to bond for some reason. Wow, it really isn't. Right, bear with me. Let's see if I can remedy this. See if I can remedy this. Right, we'll We'll sand this seam. Come on, fold over. There we go. We'll sand this seam. We'll sand this seam like this. Get all that powdery crap off. Right, and then I'm gonna have a quick look. I think what I'll do is I'll change to a fresh bottle just to be 100% safe that it's not the super glue. Oh, wait, wrong one. Haha, this is the lid. That it's not that particular bottle of super glue that's getting to the end. Because I've had it before where the super glue has been a real difficult thing. Don't get me wrong, these are super cheap. Well, this glue sure fucking smells stronger, Jesus. Just open the bottle and squeezed it a little bit. It's burning my eyes. Damn, son. Right. Yeah, straight away. Works. Crazy, isn't it? It's just the super glue. About to mong out and play some hell let loose. Love it. And now I can just sand the excess off there and fold this back. There we go. So yeah, it was the super glue. Crazy, right? It just happens. So this super glue, bin. This super glue can stay. I don't know what it is, but that seam now does look a little bit ugly. But don't worry. A bit of sanding and Thompson's Tenurupsi that you won't even tell it. You won't even know it's there. Unless you watch this video back. Unless I watch this live stream back. Keep calling it a video. You can call it a video. It'll be a VOD when I'm done. Right, so. Forbidden caramel. We'll call it forbidden caramel. That's what I'll call it from now on. I hope Ionic Containment. I hope that also includes, you know, watching this stream. You know, monging out, playing a bit of that, and watching our cosplay to like do his little streamy poo. Watching him do his little build along. Apologies for the loud banging. Cool. I only put it on the one side because I'm an idiot. But yeah, my bad. Can't believe I just put it on the one side. What an actual tit. This stuff's so strong. Already drying and trying to stick to the lollipop stick that I'm using. Of course, matey, I've got 2 screens for nothing and staying on my second screen. I'm so happy. I am here. Second screen. Second screen gang, yo! Now it's drying. Cool. But yeah. This one's slightly flat here now, so all I'm going to do is just bend that out a little bit like that. That's better. It actually has like more of a curve to it now. So, let this dry a little bit. Okay, and then it is that magical moment where contact cement just beautifully comes together. Ah, contact cement. It's coming to contact. Now it sticks like cement, except cement takes a lot longer to cure. But yeah, I genuinely love contact cement. Such good stuff. Especially stuff from cosplayshop.be, by the way. Right, there you go. Cool. So now, a little bit more folding. And there you go. So there's that one. Now, again, don't have to worry about this top seam so much. because you are about to slice it off. I always do this bit just by eye, and I know it's not the best to just... Oh my god, I did that perfect first time. Holy crap. Yeah, the Dremel will do a lot of the cleanup work now after. So let's just do one last pass. Done and dusted. Could go, whoops, daisy, I could go back there. And then this can get folded over. And there you have your start of your 2 Krieg shoulders. I'm very happy with these. So these are going to go to one side super quick while I just go set up my Dremel. So if you bear with me just a moment. Mouse, if you bear with me just a moment. My screen is being weird. There we go. I'm going to go grab my Dremel. Now, my Dremel is here, and it's a bit of a headache, but I'll show you. I'll leave the camera on just to show you what happens, or how I set it. This is my Iron Warrior stand. This is the stand from Space Marine, and when he is not like being displayed, I use this. It's like it almost looks like an IV drip for like cosplayers. So this is my Dremel. I'm just showing you my shaft on screen. This is my Dremel, and my girlfriend got me this, and it's one of the best pieces of kit I've ever used when it comes to cosplay. It's like a Fordham, you know, like those very expensive Fordham, Dremels. It's like one of those, but not super expensive. It was still like 70 odd quid, but it also has like removable heads and stuff. It has like a removable gearbox and whatever. And yeah, it's super cool. The best thing about this entire Dremel, other than like removable heads and stuff, is you use it with a foot pedal. Weird thing though, when I activate it, my monitor and my camera have a bit of a freak out, which is worrying. Did anyone else have... Did the screen flash for anybody else just now? I need to check that. Let's check back with the footage, guys. So I got the footage live here. And I need to see whether it... This is going to be quite funny. Yeah, whole stream. Fair. Okay, if the whole stream did, then that's quite funny. Let me just watch it back. I'm just watching it back super quick. Sorry, I just have to watch this back. It's happening right now. Oh, wow. Even my microphone cut out. It's plugged into the same plug, yeah. Yep, okay. Note to self. Note to self. Let's not plug this into the same power. That's quite funny. So if you bear with me, I'm gonna run a power cable from the other socket to here. So we're gonna be right back for just a second because that was quite funny. Also very worrying because I have very delicate equipment plugged into this. So bear with me. We're gonna be right back, and I shall be back with different power. Okay, so basically, I'm running two multi-plugs, so one 4-plug and one 6-plug off of two sockets, off of one run in the wall, because we have 3 different runs, one for this side of the workshop, one for that side of the workshop, and then one for the other side of the workshop, which is over there. So basically, that means that this side has its own dedicated power, like trip switch. So does that side, and so does the workshop, the mains workshop side with all the power tools and stuff. So now we're all good because the power is coming from the other side of the workshop. So, with that being said, that was a little bit worrying. I'm gonna grab the bag. My trusty bag, and inside my trusty bag, here's my map. Quite funny. Genuinely quite funny. Very worrying, but quite funny. It's been a while since I've used this this mask. I actually, believe it or not, I actually have some new filters for this as well. But which I need to sort out. I haven't used this for some time. That's why it goes into a bag, so it doesn't get much dust in it. It does get a little bit. I have to pull these off for now, which I'm not going to lie to you, not being able to hear the music is kind of weird. But it is what it is. So I'm going to just pop this on. I was just explaining now, it's not a Fordham, it's a knockoff Fordham, but it's an incredible knockoff. It's so much cheaper. It's still fairly expensive. It's so much cheaper, but it's incredible. And I was just showing people it even has removable attachments, so you can like fully remove the attachments and stuff, connect it back in. It's genuinely these are as good, if not better, because of their price. It's just I'm not buying the name, but seriously, it's incredible. It even has a proper chuck and everything. But it's also, and like I say, it's pedal powered. So yeah, it's awesome. So yeah, but bear with me just a moment. I'm gonna start doing some dremeling. Okay. So I'm gonna dremel this flat. So that's the plan. Move my pedal away a little bit. Get it in a comfortable position. Ah, don't be sad. I know it's not a Fordham, but don't be sad. Okay, let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Daily Dose of Warhammer. What's a shackalackin'? I'm building a pair of Deathcore of Krieg shoulders, but with a twist, they're going to be my new medic shoulders for the medic version of my Deathcore of Krieg boy. He's going to be so medic-y and he's going to look after people, and he's going to shoot so many people if they aren't well enough to go into battle, and then he's going to take their names and mark it off the list, and then give their equipment to the next recruit so they can go charge the enemy. Okay. So, when you've done that, this section here will now be flat. So here's a before and here's an after. So you can see this sticks out considerably. This is now facing in. So just to show you with this, you can see here, you can see the grey foam sticking out at an angle like this, whereas here it's a dark indent because, like I said, it's not as proud anymore. See, you can see where this sticks out. So that's why you have to do that in order to get that next piece to stick. Now I'm moderately happy, but there's a little bit more I want to do. Does Deathcore Krieg medic carry euthanasia serum instead of morphine? If you mean euthanasia in the big syringe, yeah, he does. I'm gonna be carrying that giant syringe around. It's gonna be so funny. I can't wait. But yeah, I'm just gonna do a little bit more work on these. Bear with me just a moment. Right. Sorry about that. I just had to get those done and dusted. Otherwise, I can't move on to the next step. Praise be unto you all, Galactic Elephant. How you doing? I think you use the exact Adam for the little girl. Oh my god, it does look like Adam, doesn't it, with a giant syringe? Just checking in from Toolbox at work. How you doing, Galactic Elephant? You're at the Toolbox. I love it. Just checking in from Toolbox. That's so funny. Yeah, all I can imagine is you've got Stream on your phone in your work toolbox, just hiding it from people, and I think I love that. Sorry to leave, but I hope you like the picture. I will have a look. I will have a look indeed. Right now, I'm working on just lining everything up and getting it to work perfectly. Now, here is the fun part. This is this part of the build genuinely is the part of the build that I hate. But it's fine because, you know, you got to do it. Otherwise, you won't be able to build a set of Krieg shoulders. Now, if you're wondering, by the way, what this line is from an old laser pattern I did on the back of the foam, but I don't like wasting foam, so I reused the foam. I flipped it over and reused it. Because waste not, want not. Now, this is how this goes like that. And when I flip it over, there's tiny gap. See the gap? There's a teeny tiny gap, but that can get filled. That's not a problem. So right now, get some contact cement. This is brilliant. Remember to get it onto the correct side, because I don't want this piece here facing the wrong way. I don't want it facing outwards, because that would be really difficult to hide. So I have to make sure I contact cement it in the correct place. Only gets a thin layer. Did you see there's a new update for Instagram that adds a map feature? I've not seen it yet, but it's auto-enabled. What? Note to self. Disable the map feature, because I don't want that unless I enable it myself and, you know, want to show people where I am. Like, I'll do it MCM. It'd be like, yeah, cool, here you go, the map feature. I'm at MCM, like, but not when it's auto-enabled and just shows everywhere I post. I did just post recently. I'll have to check. How do I see it? Yeah, I know, right? That's why I need to check. Just double check. I know it's the wrong way, but I just want to double check how much contact cement and where. I thought I'd gotten all the way like right down, but I don't think I have. So I might have to Dremel a little bit more before we'll see. It's under profile settings, apparently. We shall have a look. We'll have a look. Now I'm going to have to start getting it from the tin. As you can see, I only use very thin layers. Sorry, I'm doing it off camera. How was I doing it off camera? Holy crap. Sorry, guys. It's just me spreading contact cement, but I still feel bad about not showing it on camera. The whole point of doing the stream is to show it. Now then, just scrape off that bit there. It's already drying nicely. Profile options, top right, then it's meant to be there. I've updated mine. Can't find it yet, though. I shall check. I will definitely check, because I don't want that. Now, this bit now, I just need to double check with this now. This is always a really fun bit. If I gently just line this up with the edge of my table, like that, just double check it. Yep, that's fine. Nice. Like that. Squish it down. Squash it down with you. Squashy down. Squashy down. Squash, squash. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. It's so clean. It's so sexy. It's a shoulder. It's a Krieg shoulder. Obviously, I do little bits. I'm gonna fold. Do you know what? How about you let it set first before you fold it? Yeah, I'm gonna let it set before I fold it. There it is. I'm so happy with that. See how it's like bowing in a little bit here? All I need to do is warm this up, fold it back out, but I have to let the contact cement settle first. Like it's stuck together. Like it's stuck together. I just need to let it settle. Ooh, I see a tiny hole. Ooh, time to fix that. Sorry, I'm just having to fix this little tiny hole. Okay. Nice. Right, so next up for this now is the same again. With this next one, this one's just clean. It's just clean. So I can, it doesn't matter like where I apply the contact, well, which side I apply the contact cement. So let's just double check. Prefer it like that. Cool. So next up now is to apply the contact cement. Again, just nice and thin. Again, I don't know why I lean that way. I think it's because the tin is here. And I don't automatically turn back, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to automatically turn back. Turn back to camera. Camera 1. Camera 2. Do you know what I'll do? I'll just turn you guys a bit. There we go. Why didn't I just think of that before? There's somebody at the door. Right. That's more like it. Get that a little bit higher, shall we? A little bit higher. Smooth that. That's more like it. That can now dry a little bit. Then this get a healthy thin coat. Thompson's 10-year roof. Sorry. I have Thompson's 10-year roof sealer on the brain of contact cement from cosplayshop.be. God, tell you, that contact cement is making me like loopy because I'm saying Thompson's 10-year roof sealer when I'm not even using Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. Nice. So, that's going to get closed for a bit. So I can move on to the next bit, and then I can do these, which always worry me. So. Gotta get these all tacky. Now then, once again, line it up. Line it up. And all I'm doing, by the way, is lining up the very bottom edge of this piece with the foam plate. That's how you know you have the right amount of room up here. So next, squish it all, squish it down. I wonder if my kitten, Panzer, or my girlfriend's kitten, Cersei, see me on the screen and think, Papa, Papa on the screen. He trapped in box. Right, okay. That little hole has come back to haunt me again.
A new Iron Warrior has joined our legion.
Clayton Blackwell, welcome, welcome, welcome. That is a fucking cool name. That is a kick-ass name. That's not even a username. That's just a cool name. Just sounds like you own a ranch and like cattle. My name's Clayton. Clayton Blackwell. Like, it's such a cool, like a detective name. I would think it's more of like a rancher's name. What's that? What's that ranch TV show that people are watching now with all the cowboys in it? That's a cool. That's a cool name, Clayton Blackwell. Sounds like you own a revolver. I like that. Nice. Right. Okay. So. Yellowstone. That's the one. Yeah. Sounds like you're from Yellowstone. So I am just currently just folding back theme a little bit, just so that it stands a bit prouder. Fold these back a touch. That fucking hole's come back again. Never mind. I'll fix it later. It's the super glue for some reason. I don't know what's wrong with it. Normally it works really well. But yeah, thank you so much, Clayton Blackwell, for subscribing. So we are working on Deathcore of Krieg Shoulders. Now you can see this is where we're up to. We are down to the final bit. Now, the final bit is always a little bit hairy because I know exactly where to apply the contact cement and everything. It's all good and it's all grand and all that jazz. But it's just more when you apply it, you have to fold it at the same time. So, right, hold on. Let me grab my masking tape. Gundam. So, grab some masking tape. That on the line. That is on the line. Nice. Nice. So this is where I'll glue. Same goes for you. Nice, cheap masking tape. Always the best. Cheaper the better. Now, in terms of contact cement here, I don't care. It doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. Because you're sticking that to it, just give it a good kind of lathering. Not lathering. Give it like a good smear. I did just drop this a little bit accidentally, so I've got a bit of a situation on the lid here. You can see it's just melting off a little bit, so just give me that. There we go. Now then, what I do, give this a nice thin layer. Give it a little, oopsie daisy, give it a little bit more in the middle. There we go. Got that one. Just start from the middle this time. Down here. All the way to here. I don't know whether this is the first time I've properly built everything onto... built like something fully on stream. Don't know for sure. I know I've painted plenty, but fingers crossed. Is it working? What's working? Is what working? Roman father? What's working? Oh my god. Every time people do things like this, I panic. How you doing, Roman? Gonna let these dry for a little bit before I put contact cement on those. Now you can have ears or booby plates. No, but really, Iron Warrior cosplay, really. Right. Fuck my bins over there, yeah. There we go. Is what working? You're making me panic. That's a straight line. That's a straight line. My connection, sorry. Oh, okay, cool. Your connection is A-okay. You are coming through on Vox Channel 6. Loud and clear.
Vox channel's clear.
Tell you what, I really do miss raids on Twitch. I do miss raids. I wish YouTube would implement a raid system. I think it'd be really cool. I have one time thought about raiding someone from YouTube to Twitch, but because it doesn't just take everybody there at the same time, it would just be like, here's a link to a Twitch streamer I really like, but it wouldn't tell them there's a raid, and they'll be like, oh, is my raid system not working and stuff, so, you know, it is what it is. The Centurion! Do you know what? I read that as salivate. I don't know why I read that as salivate. I do apologize. I read that completely wrong. Being a Welshman who's learning English and then reading a word like that, thinking it's the word salivate. Let's get you off the table so you don't slip. Then you got to let these dry. In a lot of Iron Warrior cosplay props that I've built over the years, there are bits of my beard hair in every prop. If you have perchance gotten a prop from me over the years, you too will probably have had a beard hair in your prop. So a little bit of me goes into every single prop. Right, so we are now going to peel. Here's MacLeod. You're going to love this, right? Ready? Ready? That's a perfect line.
So happy.
Right. This is where I shit a brick. So that goes there. That gets pulled in like that. Then this gets pulled in without that touching at the same time. Yes. I love it. Every time it's a success. See that? I can't show you it. It's not showing properly on camera. Hold on. Flat. Line. It's perfect. I'm really happy with that. One time, I was building a set of these, and I screwed this up. Like, I'm talking, it was like that. It was like, oh, it was bad, my guy. It was bad. And I was like, no. And I had to recut. I decided to, I didn't laser cut. I just hand cut this piece. I just, like, took my pattern and just did it. There we go. So, yeah. Don't get me wrong, I'm obsessed with the perfect line of contact cement, by the way. It just makes me so happy. Beard hair in every prop. Absolutely. Hashtag beard hair in every prop. So you fold that up like that, and then without that touching too much, you fold that to there. See, I almost screwed up just now. Good God, I almost screwed up there. Right, put that in. Fold that over. And ladies and gentlemen, there you have it. That is a pair of Death Core of Krieg shoulders from the, well, more specifically from the, what's the box set? From the Kill Team box set, more specifically. And then all you've got to do now, right, with these, like, they do, if you've done it properly, like, if you've done it properly, do stand up by themselves. What if you've done them properly. Don't get me wrong, mine are a little bit rough around the edges because I did them quite quickly on the stream, but there's a little hole there that's bugging me. This seam had to be redone, hence why it's a bit darker than the middle seam. But other than that, no seams have popped. It's all good. The next thing to do is warm your glue gun up. So that's what I'm going to do right now, is warm the glue gun up and chat to you guys. Wunderschön. I'm really happy. I'm not going to lie to you. Look, the inside is clean too. Even though on this one there's this little glue smear. But again, the insides, I've never said, oh, make sure the inside of your props are pristine because, you know, you'll know. And no, I don't care. The inside of my props look like absolute hellish nightmares sometimes. So with this one, I have folded the edges a bit too much. So I like to round them a bit more. But what I've been doing just now is just folding the ends, which I shouldn't do. This should be more rounded. There we go. So now they go on your shoulder. They really hold on. Damn, that feels really good. Damn, that feels really good. I'm really happy with that. So normally, when I did these, I would line these up. And obviously before I made my pattern, I made these a touch too tall. So when I would do that, these would be too tall. So I'd either have to Dremel the top or I would Dremel the bottom and make them the right size. Once I did one perfectly, I rescaled it and I'm really happy with that. Look at that. Look at that. God, they both feel really good. They both feel really nice. Let me just see if I can... Krieg shoulders! That's a thumbnail. That's definitely a thumbnail. That's gonna be my thumbnail. Hold on. Thumbnail time. Okay, Donegal, Chatbox, me, Dremel. Okay, so let's get the shoulder pads on. Get them set properly. Obviously, they're not Velcroed, so they're gonna move a lot. So I'm gonna. Let me move this one a bit. Oh, bollocks, I knew that was going to fall. Because the camera is back to front on my screen, so I need to figure out my left and my right. There we go. There we go. That is my thumbnail. That is my thumbnail. And yeah, I'm genuinely really happy with these. I'm really happy with how these work. So right, let's get chat back. Let's get the Donegal back. Awesome. Get the needle or whatever. Get the needle. Needle? What needle? Hose with the needle. I do apologize. Let me give Nightbot a kick in the ass. Hold on. Nightbot, no. Bad Nightbot. Hold on. God damn it. Chat moderation. Blacklist words and phrases. No, express. Go away. Go away. No, go away. Yeah, of course, no links. That's fine. There we go. You may now, hold on, make sure that's off. Excessive caps. This filter will always time out users who use excessive caps letters. No. There you go. Now, no, whoopsie daisy. I want you to retype those messages in all caps. Please do. Do it. Do it. Caps lock. Because fucking Nightbot. Sorry about that. That was Nightbot being a silly Billy. I've now given him a tap on the wrist and told him to stop being such a dick. Surprised he didn't just shut the stream off with the fact that I said dick.
He said dick. Get it off. Get it off.
It's secret now. Oh, get the needle. I could have, but I had to hold my shoulders out to keep them like that. If I had the needle, it'd be a bit of a... But no. Yeah, or I could do like a... I might retake the screenshot later. We'll see. Anyway, this is what I've done. Look, they are... Hold on, if I line them up like that, they are identical. How cool is that? I actually really like that. The fact they're perfectly identical. Holy crap. Well, that's satisfying. That's satisfying. Look. I love that they're like identical. I line them up like that and they line up at the bottom. Cool. Right, so glue gun. Yes, the glue gun is running. So, we get some glue. I'm going to go back to here. So what do we do with a glue gun? Well, I tell you what we do with a glue gun. It's almost like you've had a ton of practice. A little bit, but I'm also really annoyed that there's a tiny hole there I can't get rid of. I've glued it a million times. The little fucker won't go away. Like, I had to change glue earlier because my my super glue was being really difficult. Like it is being now a little bit, but it's fine. It's gonna be, the thing is, now that I've glued that, it's a bit difficult to press this together, but press it together and see how it goes. If I actually can get rid of this little hole, I'll be very happy. You have to be patient. Well, I'll just hold it like this for a long time. I bet you it's not going to work. It's so annoying. It's also, yeah, I know, right? I mean, I have had practice, but, you know, I built, okay, hold on. I built, oh my God, hold on. So I built the pair for the tutorial. Because I built a pair for myself, so there's one pair. I built a pair for the tutorial, there's a second pair. Did I do a giveaway or did someone buy them? I don't know. Then I built a pair for Michael. Then I built a pair for Baba Kaiju cosplay. Hey, it actually worked. There you go. The hole's gone. Then I built a pair for Baba Kaiju cosplay. And now I'm building another pair for myself. So that's one pair, 2 pair, 3 pair, 4 pair. That's 5 pairs. Good loud. Right, so glue gun. She's extremely hot. Right on where the seam lines are. Only a little bit of hot glue, but a little bit is enough. Just a little bit of hot glue. All this does is reinforce the seams with a bit of melted thermoplastic glue. Reload. I always reinforce the middle one more than I'd reinforce the other ones, but what it is. Right, I'm going to do another here. I like the relaxing music provided by the legendary Savage Orc guy whose birthday it is. I did post a happy birthday post, but I don't think she saw. Ah, well. Happy birthday nonetheless. Nice. Do you know what? I think I might just run a little bead of it all the way around here as well. Just to support it. Doesn't need it. It's got contact cement and super glue, but who needs a bit of support? I know I do occasionally. So why not? Ooh, got a little bit of misbehaving here. I'll use hot glue to rectify that. But yeah, do you know, even sometimes I sit there and go, holy crap, you just built a pair of like Krieg shoulders on stream just because you could. It does occasionally blow my own mind. I do kind of go like, holy shit, you just did a thing. Like, I started off with foam and now I've got these. Crazy, right? So, right, that's fine. Cool, that's fine. Like I said, tiny bits of filler, maybe a bit of roof sealer, all that kind of jazz. Let them set, and yeah. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the build of these. I've had a lot of fun. I like building them. They're a lot of fun to build. They can be a bit stressful at times, but yeah. Now that the hot glue is on, it's all, you know, strong. I don't put hot glue on these because they do nothing. They just hang there. They're just there. Whereas these, because there's pressure here, it takes a while. We like watching. I really appreciate that, Bionic Bobcat. I really, really do. Genuinely, there are There are, and I don't normally do this because I don't really like to count, but there's 9 of you watching, and I like that. I really appreciate that. So, heat done, maximum setting. I'm just going to run it all over the foam, inside and out. Gentle on the inside because of the hot glue. And then one final little bend just to get everything squared off, or rounded off in this case, just to make sure it's all legit. Oops. Fucking mint. Look at that. A beautiful pair of Deathcore of Krieg shoulders ready for roof seal and paint. And I'm very, very happy with that. Thank you so much for watching. Something really cool. I did say there was going to be something at the end of the stream. And I decided I'm going to show you guys. Let me pop these just to one side super quick. Oh, actually, hold on. I'll save that for just a moment. I just want to show you guys something else that I've just spotted. For my medic Krieg, for my Krieg boy, I've cut out some templates. The first one is the medic symbol. So that's going to be that, and that's going to get put on here. It's going to need a bit of bending because some of the paper got a little bit bent while I was working on some other stuff. And the other one is just a standard like red cross, which I thought is kind of cool. So I'm going to get that, basically go to there where that line is and then just move it up a little bit. So one will have a red cross and one will have the medic symbol on it. And I thought that'd be really, really cool. Can someone in chat, someone tell me what this is called? I don't know what this is called. It's called something, and I don't know what it is. I've been just, in my head and to myself, I've just been saying, the medic symbol. The medic symbol. Because I have no idea. I even took a picture of it and tried to Google search it. And Google was like, I don't know. Helix, I want to say, yeah, something like that. Just now as well, for you keen-eyed viewers, when I took the masking tape off, it did this a little bit, and it's never really done that because it's cheap, shitty masking tape. But for some reason, it did the exact same spot almost in both of them. But it doesn't matter because these are getting fully weathered. The hot glue has gone off, nice and solid, which means these are now nice and solid. I can even feel it through the foam. They're nice and solid. God, I love it when it does that. It really does reinforce them. These are now going to get a little bit of heat treatment again. I'm going to like bend them and form them a little bit more. I'm going to fix some bits in terms of like put like a bit of filler, like caulking or anything like that in if it needs it. Again, that seems pretty tidy. That seems pretty tidy. That seam is not too bad. That one is better this way than the other one. But I am going to... There is a little bit there, so I'm going to just check these super quick. This is mainly just for me. I know, by the way, nobody sees like the straightness of these or anything when you're wearing them, but I know. Prime Helix. Is that what it's called? Even though it's like used for like a medical thing. That's kind of weird. Well, not in our reality, obviously, but in the Warhammer 40k universe. I'm going to leave the camera here a second because I've got something really cool I want to show you guys. And you guys are going to love this, okay? I'm going to need this, right? So bear with me. I did a hell of a job hiding that. I'm really chuffed. Although that camera kind of picked up a little bit. The little tin of Thompson's Tenny Roof Sealer Grey that my girlfriend got me sadly has run out. I was doing some props the other day and it has finally run out. So without further ado, chat, Here it is. Brand spanking new 4-litre tin of Thompson's 10-year roof seal. This is what it looks like. This is the stuff. And it's applied directly onto damp surfaces. It's rainproof in 6 hours. And it flexes naturally with the movement of the roof. All of this means apply directly onto damp surfaces. So you can apply it directly onto slightly wet foam, if you will. But who the hell would want to do that? It's rainproof in 6 hours, which means it's waterproof in 6 hours, but not fully dry. I leave it for 24 hours. And it flexes with the natural movement of EVA foam. And it comes in black. I've got it in black. And this is my new tin of Thompson roof sealer. And I'm going to open. We're going to open it, champ. I'm going to be very careful with this. We're going to open it very gently. Now, by the way, before anyone asks, right? This is how I open the tin now, okay? When I close it and it starts drying over, like, the next 6 to 8 months, the lid does get a bit fucked. I wish I'd kept the other tin just to show you, but there it is. Now, this hasn't been shaken, by the way, hence it's white, okay? So it has this sort of very liquidy layer on top. It's almost like consistency of milk, essentially. That is the water base part of this rubber roof sealer. So that is what you mix it all together with to make it fully waterproof. Now, I'm going to pop this back on. Come on, you bastard. There we go. And what we're going to do, give it a shake. I do love this stuff. It's a hell of a workout because it's 4 litres. Oh, they're cool. Right. Nice and steady. Nice and steady. All the way around. And there it is. Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. And this is what I use on pretty much everything. No, this is what I use on everything. There is no pretty much. I have not used anything else. I have pretty much always used Thompson's 10-year roof sealer since the day I built the Space Marine. And it's been amazing. The first ever bolter I used, Dave Damon told me about roof sealer. Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. I was like, I'll buy some of that stuff then. I bought the little tin of it. And it lasted so long. The big tin I bought, the first ever big tin I bought, lasted a year and a half before I finished it. And I finished it. I like scraped the bottom of it. Same way I did the little tin. And I'm so happy to have a brand new tin. And it's so cool. Now, it does become a bit of a headache when... when you're like, oh, I'm just going to do this little prop. I've got this little prop I want to paint. I just need to do a little bit of roof sealer on it. And you just pull out this 4-litre tin, like... But yeah, it's amazing. It's fantastic. Maintains flat roofs for 10 years. Let's have a... So, roofing, felt, asphalt, slate, tile, concrete, brick, corrugated metals, and wood. Coverage. 4-litre tin will cover about 4 meters square in 2 coats. Dry time is 6 hours. Clean all equipment and in warm water and detergent. Cold water also works, by the way, but warm water is better. Yeah. Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. Follow instructions. Blah, 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 blah. Using Thompson on cold, damp days. Recoating time takes longer if it's above 10 degrees. That's why it's always crap using stuff in the winter. You can apply using a brush, roller, or a soft broom, whichever you prefer. Apply with smooth strokes over the area for repair. Now, I was going to do a little tutorial on this. Oh, hold on a second. What's happened here? Are we still live? Are we still live, chat? I don't know what happened there. My entire thing just crashed. Are we live? Oh, we are live. Okay, cool. That was weird. The YouTube just crashed and my chat crashed, and it came up with, sorry, we have developed we have an unexpected error or something. It was showing a picture of the cassette tape that was broken, which is really weird. Okay, cool. We're still live. Awesome. Thomas Titanium Roof Sealer. It's back. 4 litre tin. I got this from Tool Station, and it's 4 litres. Incredible. Again, sadly, not sponsored, which sucks. But it is what it is. I wish I was sponsored by them one day. One day, guys, I will be sponsored by them. But other than that, we have completed our job today, which is making 2 Deathcore of Krieg shoulder plates. And I'm really, really happy with how they've turned out. I'm pretty much always happy with how these turn out, but I'm really chuffed. Like I said, a little bit of like bending and stuff to do. Nothing much. Bit of filler here and there. But most importantly, Thompson's 10-year roof sealer. But yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed. I know we've had like 1 or 2 little technically-ish difficulties. This will be running for the next 28 days. I think it's 28 or 23 days. Sorry, it's very small on my screen because I've shrunk it all the way down. It'll be running, and like I said, we don't have to reach it, but you know, I thought I'd put it up there for August at least. So fingers crossed, we'll see how things go. But other than that, chat, that is pretty much it. There's not much else to do other than do some like caulking and some roof sealer and bits like that. All the gluing is done. I'm very happy with the shape because they're identical. They're very smooth. There's next to no like, if you accidentally glue a piece of foam too high, there's next to nothing like that, except for a little bit here where I had to refix that because I had to tear it apart and put it back together. But other than that, very happy. Now, again, with that comes details, which actually I should show you before we wrap up. These, I don't know if you saw my post. Don't know what that is, but these are tiny little, what did you call them? Prime helix? These are tiny little prime helix hex nuts, which will be going on the shoulder pauldron like so. And then at the top, there'll be 3 of them. So they'll go 1 right in the middle, 1 there, and 1 there. Obviously, typically I just put them all on perfectly straight, but yeah, they're gonna go like that. They'll be on the shoulder like that, and then there'll be 1, well, not here, but they'll be slightly further down, but 1 here and 1 here, just as a little bit of added detail. They're gonna go on at the very end, and the way I do that is I get a bit of masking tape. I put a bit of masking tape on the table in like a length, and in that length, I'll place these on them and use my scalpel to cut around them to make little masking tape hexagons. And I'll put the little hexes where I want them, in what orientation I want them on the shoulder. Then I'll do roof sealer over it, and then I can just peel them off at the end and glue them on. It's just a little trick I've done as of late. But yeah, oh, sorry, wrong one. I'm going to go to this one. There we go. So yeah, but anyway, other than that, that is what I'm doing next. Not tonight, obviously, but over the next couple of days now, I'm going to be giving these roof sealer coats, and sanding them and stuff like that, and getting them ready, and then I'll be painting them, and I might paint these on stream as well. I have just recently bought this. Whoopsie daisy. Lucky my interest in show. Whoops. just bought this recently because I didn't have any. I've run out. Bought white spray paint. I say white. I was going to get it from Color Forge, but I just wanted like just a matte white, just a normal matte white. That's what's going to be the main color for these. Now, granted, you're going to be like, well, you're painting them with black roof sealer. You're going to have a hard time getting white over it. Well, that's why I'm going to use a light gray. Then I'm going to use the white over the light gray. The light gray will lighten the black and make it brighter. The white will go over the light gray, no problem. That's the plan anyway. But yeah, thank you so much for being here. I must remember, I hope you have a good week. Hey, have a good weekend. Have a good weekend because it's Friday tomorrow. So, but seriously, really, really happy that you could have been here, Flash. Thank you so much. Whoop, I managed to catch more of the stream. I'm really happy you managed to catch more of it, Grimdark. I've just finished a pair of Thompson's. Again, I'm obsessed with Roof Sealer. I've just finished a pair of Deathcore of Krieg shoulder pauldrons for my upcoming Medic Krieg. So that's my next thing. I've also got some new magnets I need to settle with and fiddle with. I would show you what the lasgun does just on stream, but YouTube has a bit of a panic attack when I do that. But either way, I will get some other bits sorted. Right now there's nothing on my list, there's nothing on my shelf that I need to show you, so that's fine. Oh, actually, just a little thing, I bought a ton of these for like £2 from eBay. They're incredible. They're the best thing ever. I just bought a ton of them. They're good for doing like little bits of contact cement. If you don't want to use like your lollipop stick or whatever, you can use them. You can use for Thompson Roof Sealer to get into the sort of nooks and crannies. And you can use bits like that. And they're super cheap and super shitty little... They're super crap. They're so crap. And they're really good. They're really crap, but they're really good. They're so crap, but they're so good. I love them. I have one out. I've only used one, and it's still going. And they're terribly cheap. But yeah, anyway, so with these all done, I'm probably going to go and do... thumbnail after this. If not, I'll use the one in stream. But other than that, from me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, thank you so much for being here. Wanting to add plasma gun or flamer for mine. Love the crap brushes. Love crap brushes. But yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Oh, also as well, is it here? It's over there. Let me use my pickaxe to grab it, because I'm too lazy to stand up. Woo! I also fixed the medic bag. The medic bag has real hardware on it, and it opens even easier now. So I've taken away a bunch of the Velcro. I made the Velcro too strong. That's basically what the problem was, and it was just causing the foam to like tear. So the medic bag is done. It's also, as I said, completely empty now. Where the old little partitions used to be are gone. I'm going to give it a quick sand with an orbital sander at some point. And then I can fit all the things for a Deathcore Medic. And one of those things is absolutely a giant syringe full of goo. But yeah, so I'm going to get everything else done for that. That's beautiful. Don't be jelly. If you want the pattern for it, by the way, you can have it. It's super easy. Like, as in, like I'm not even gonna. Just it's one shape, and then you just 5 more foam, and it's done. So yeah, let me know if you want it, and you can have it. It's an image of just this shape, and that's it. But anyway, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. One more time, I have been Iron Warrior Cosplay. Oh, it's not working. I have been Iron Warrior Cosplay. There we go. And I'm really happy you guys could make it. I really hope you can see me in the next stream, which is going to be hopefully painting these. Fingers crossed. I'm going to do a bit more heat treatment on them, and then I'm heading home to see my beautiful girlfriend and the little kittens. But yeah, for now, for me, Iron Warrior Cosplay, shall see you all again soon. Bye for now.